So those of you who've been following this channel for some time now would know that I'm a massive early 90s F1 fan. I used to get up before school on a Monday and watch the night before's race when I was a very young kid, and yeah, just absolutely can't get enough of it. So when I found out this morning when I woke up that RSS Race Sim Studio have just released their V12 1990 replica car for Assetto Corsa, I of course just had to check it out. So today's video, we're going to be going for a drive, doing a quick race around Spa to see what this car is like. Okay, first time I've been in VR for a very long time. I forgot how amazing this is, to be honest. Look at the detail in this car. The textures, look, even the suede or Alcantara on the wheel. It wouldn't have been Alcantara back then because it didn't exist back then. The suede on the wheel looks amazing, and all the little details on the padding, and oh, it's just, even the carbon fiber, and you can see the scoring marks on the brake rotors. Let's have a look behind as well. Look at the surface of the tyres. You can see the sort of bigoting and marbling that's going on. Anyway, enough chatter. We should probably get driving here, but yeah, I just like to always take a moment to appreciate the nicety. Let's get this seatbelt on too. Alright, so not 100% certain how to launch this car. I'm thinking if I just go shift into first when we go, that's probably going to be the easiest way. Yep, that works. How brave do we... Whoops! How brave do we want to be? Not that brave. Whoa. Okay, let's not be an idiot this time. Let's tuck in. Oh my goodness, they're so slow. Oh, looks like we've got an accident anyway. Whoa! It's a beast. It said that it rewards smooth driving, so we're about to find out. A little back out there on cold tyres. Oh, we've got a car spun. How good is that engine sound though? Oh, you can feel how the curbs really want to try and make the car rotate. It's going to be so smooth with the throttle application. Okay. You really get a good sense for the weight transfer. These cars have 50% less aero, or less downforce, I should say, than modern cars. By 2020 specs at least. And you definitely feel the difference. Alright, let's try and catch these guys up. I'm running 70 to 90% AI strength here. So I was hoping I'd get a little bit of battling coming in through the midfield. What's going to happen here? We're going to concertina up. Get one of them, I think. A little slide there. Oh, he's braking early. Get that one done. You really do. It's amazing how you really get that sensation of, as you apply the throttle, you feel the back end of the car braking away. I'm not used to having that much of a sensation of power delivery and power sliding. I guess because I don't spend a lot of time driving cars that are this mechanical. One thing I am noticing is that there's quite a lot of push understeer, and I think that's probably partly due to my habit that I've developed from driving skip barbers in iRacing, where you kind of use the throttle to balance the back end of the car a little bit. And that works well in those cars, but in these cars, it just translates into push understeer rather. just makes the front end want to skip across the track. Obviously these are a lot more powerful, so it makes sense. But it's just going to take a little bit of time to adapt to the different driving style. But they definitely weren't lying when they said it rewards smooth driving. Slow exit. How good is that engine sound though? It's just so immersive. Whoa! Oh dear! Clipped the inside curve and it just put it straight into the wall. It's very, very broken now. Wow. Alright. How brave do we dare be through our rouge? Have to back out a little bit here. Not feeling as brave as Webb. Whoa! Jeez! Oh! Oh. I still, after what happened in the F2 last year, I still don't like having that accident. It still gives me the heebie-jeebies, especially in VR. One thing I should mention as well, it's interesting, you'll notice I'm using paddle shifters here. The car does have paddle shifters. Back in the 1990 season, a couple of the cars actually still were running H-pattern, including Senna in the McLaren, for the first half of the season at least. Whoops, overcooked it. So yeah, it's incredible to think, even though the McLaren was a superior car in terms of its raw pace and engine power and everything, it was a more difficult car to drive than a lot of the other cars were. I think the Ferrari definitely had a sequential gearbox with paddle shift. Not sure which other cars did and didn't. But 1989 was the first year that they had sequential gearboxes in any of the cars, I think. And a few of them were running them in testing. I think Williams were running them in testing, but didn't actually run it on their race car until, or the race trim, I should say, until the 91 season, I want to say. And that was where they started to become real dominant. It was 93 season where they just dominated F1. And that was when Senna made the switch across to Williams, and then suddenly with the rule changes and moving away from active suspension, Williams suddenly found themselves quite off the pace compared to Michael Schumacher in the Benetton, who to this day people still claim was running some active suspension illegally. And obviously we all know what happened to Senna at Imola that year, which is obviously an absolute tragedy. But anyway, back to this car. Let's see if we can get a few. Oh, we've got another one on our inside now. I said that running 60 to 80% AI, and I knew that as we got up towards the front of the field, it was going to be more tricky. I've got Siri talking to me in the background there. I don't know why. My watch is going off. It doesn't seem to be in a slipstream this time. They've really nailed that downshift sound too. So one thing I've learned is you need to keep off the curbs. They kind of, when you touch the curb, it kind of pulls you towards the inside and makes the back end rotate. On exit as well, like you can see just then when I touch the curb, the back end just wants to break away on you. You've got to be so careful. And I'm used to, in the modern F1 cars, you just abuse the curbs, you just use them, but you've got to be so much more careful in this. It's so weird driving a car that's this fast, but has so little aero compared to what I'm used to. Whoa! Oh, catch it, nah. Oh, he's gone. Alright, let's see if we can get back. Whoops. Got an incident. Oh, where's he gonna go? Woo! Alright, we'll see if we can make our way through the pack again a little bit. Still got 2 more laps. See if we can make a few overtakes. But I gotta say, they've absolutely... I mean, I can't say they've nailed it because I've never driven the real thing, but in terms of a simulation and what you want out of a simulation and capturing the essence of what I imagine it would be like to drive this car, they really have done a fantastic job once again. It has all the characteristics that I would expect from a car of this era. I think we might have to try and organise a community race or a race between Tom and I maybe in these cars, because this is so much fun. You can imagine once you get used to it and really can kind of play with the edge of grip, it would just be awesome. Yeah, it's that habit that I was talking about before of trying to feather the throttle through the turn to sort of balance it out. It just doesn't work in this car at all. See if we can catch up. Whoa, big tank slapper. This is a slide from before. Don't know if we're going to catch him. We might. The AI do tend to... Whoa! Not if we do that, though. Wasn't expecting that. Just goes to show how touchy these cars are. You just gotta have so much respect for the guys that drove these cars in real life. It really is just immense. That was a little bit of a cheat. That was a bit better. Too early on the throttle again. I did it again. It's just so hard to break that habit. Oh dear. Whoop. Okay, one more lap to go. Whoops! Too keen on the throttle now. see what happens. It just turns you. Alright, let's have a good final sector. Oops. I had to back out a little bit. Little lock up. Oh no! I think we might leave it there. We've only got one corner to go. I think I've embarrassed myself enough. Amazing car though. Yeah, definitely gonna have to spend a little bit of time driving this one, getting quicker at it, and maybe trying some more competitive races. But awesome job once again, guys. That's RSS. You've done a fantastic job with this one. So there you go, guys. That is the 1990 F1 car for Assetto Corsa from the team at RSS. Now, these guys put in excess of 1,000 hours into the majority of the cars that they develop, and I'm sure that that's the case in this one too. They've been absolutely meticulous with all the detail, far and beyond what the majority of us will ever appreciate. Obviously, the majority of us have never driven the real life thing, but it really is a passion project for those guys. And like, I'm stoked that there's still people out there that put the time into doing these sorts of projects, because the sim community, people like me, really do appreciate the hard work. So check out the link in the description below where you can pick up this car. And yeah, enjoy it, guys. Give a thumbs up to the video if you've enjoyed the video as well. And I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.